Hey everyone, in this video, I'm going to discuss where I think Nikola's stock price could be in 2024. Now, to come up with my price prediction for Nikola's stock for 2024, I'm going to use several estimates and assumptions. So it's going to be a highly imprecise figure, right? Anything looking into the future is imprecise because nobody knows what's going to happen in the future. But I'm going to show you where I'm getting all my numbers and my justification for using any of the estimates or assumptions I'm going to use. I'm also going to deliver several scenarios so you can determine yourself which one of these scenarios is the best case or most likely case. So you don't have to take my suggestion. You can look at the different scenarios and decide for yourself where you think Nikola's stock price is going to be. So let's jump right into it. Let's start looking at the estimates and the assumptions I'm going to use.
I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now.
Okay, so let's start with the company's weighted average diluted shares outstanding. That's the first assumption I'm going to look at here, 857,213,992 as of September 30th, right? That was the share count. This is according to Nikola's third quarter financial statement. However, since that date, the company has added more shares. Notably, on December 7th, the company announced the pricing of its current public offering of 133,333,000 shares of common stock. Now, Nikola had maxed out its diluted shares outstanding until it went back to shareholders and it got approval to increase the number of shares outstanding to 1.6 billion. Okay, so let's keep those numbers in mind. The other estimate I'm going to use is Nikola's forward price to sales ratio. Currently, it's at 3.677. So I'm going to use this as the estimate for the multiplier of revenue. Additionally, I'm going to look at Nikola's revenue estimates for 2024 and 2025. What I have here is a consensus estimate of where Wall Street analysts that are following Nikola stock estimate the company will bring revenue, their forecast for the company's revenue. Currently, the forecast is for Nikola to generate 263.98 million in revenue in 2024 and then 576.26 million in revenue for 2025. So we're going to keep these numbers in mind. These are all the numbers I'm going to use in making my price prediction for Nikola stock. All right, so now we're at my valuation model here, and I want you to take a look at what I have here. Diluted shares outstanding, 990,547,000. This is combining the third quarter financial statement number that Nikola gave us plus the 133 million number that Nikola told us it was selling. So I added those two together to get the 990 million. That's how many shares outstanding there are currently, my best guess. I'm also estimating that in the next year, Nikola adds another roughly 300 million shares. They're going to need to dilute shareholders more. They have the approval to go all the way to 1.6 billion. But I'm just going to say they do 300 million this year and then maybe another 300 million the year after that. But they're going to need to sell more shares because they're still losing money on the bottom line. Let me show you those estimates. So here's Nikola's operating income in the trailing 12 months, 741 million in the negative over the trailing 12 months. And their cash flow from operations in the trailing 12 months, 523 million in the negative. So that is getting better. So rough estimates suggest that they will lose about 40 million per month over the next 12 months, depending on how the recall goes. Of course, if you're following Nikola stock, you probably know about the battery electric truck recalls right now that it's trying to fix. Management said early 2024 they will be fixed and they will be returned to customers. So depending on how that goes, will determine the cash flow from operations one way or the other for Nikola stock. So regardless, I think the company's going to be, and all estimates suggest that the company's going to be negative in cash flow from operations. So they're going to be going through money and they're going to need to raise more money. Management has said until 2026, they're going to need to continue to get more money to bridge the gap between where they are now in building and growing until they reach a scale where they won't need any more money. Okay, but for now, they're going to need more money. Okay, so those are the reasons and the justifications for my estimates. So if we were to take the revenue estimates of 263 million and 576 million for 2024 and 2025, we can make projections. So the reason I'm getting 2025 estimates is because whenever you're using the forward price to sales ratio or the 1 year forward price to sales, you need the sales estimate for 1 year ahead. You always need the 1 year ahead estimate. Okay, so if you want the price of the stock in 2024, you need the estimate of revenue for 2025. Okay, so that's what we have here in the 576 million. If we are to divide that with the number of shares outstanding expected at that same moment, we will get a sales per share of 44 cents. So now let's go over here to the right hand side. If we use that sales per share of 44 cents, and we use the same forward price to sales ratio where the stock is trading at now, I just took the same number, 3.677, that the market is providing us. I'm not changing that. You get an estimated stock price of $1.63 in 2024. That would be a huge improvement from the 87.6 cents the stock is trading at right now. So if all goes to plan, the stock price could double 1 year from now. But what if Nikola does better than expected and the forward price to sales is 5 and not 3.677? Well, then the stock price could reach $2.22, almost triple from where it is now. Okay, but let's look at two downside scenarios. What if it's not as good as expected? What if there's more trouble ahead and the stock price falls, the valuation falls from 3.677 to 1.5? Then the stock price could fall to 66 cents, about 20 cents lower than where it is. Or what if it gets really bad and the forward price to sales falls to 0.75, and the stock price could fall to 33 cents, down from the 87 cents it's trading at today. So I told you I would provide you with a number of scenarios, and here I've done that. 4 different scenarios of where Nikola's stock price could be in 2024 at the end of 2024. Now, if you were to ask me where Nikola's stock price will be at the end of 2024, I will say with caution that there will be a wide range of fluctuation in the stock price. It'll be up and down significantly throughout the year. There will be a lot of volatility in the stock. Overall, though, I think the stock price ends somewhere between 75 cents and $1. So not that much higher for the year. I think the industry will continue to struggle. I don't think the growth in the industry is going to be as fast as expected. And so I think there will be some more growing pains for Nikola in 2024. But don't take my word for it, right? I've got all of the different estimates here. You decide where you think Nikola stock could be. In fact, I'd be interested to hear your comments down below on where you think Nikola stock price will be, what you think about these assumptions, and what you would change and what you would increase or decrease, and the valuation you would get based on these assumptions. Thank you for watching this video. I truly appreciate it. I know there's a lot you could be doing with your time and a lot of other videos you could be watching. So I truly appreciate that you chose to watch this one. If you want to see more videos just like this, hit the subscribe or the like button. They'll both help me make more videos just like this one. Thank you again.